everyone. It's Friday. We've been on our own for 3 weeks now almost, and I thought this morning we'd do some chair yoga for those of you that have a little more difficulty with the normal practice. A very special class in the studio. So for this class you'll need a chair and maybe a strap or an old tie or a rope and something to put under your feet if your feet don't touch the floor when you're sitting in your chair. So sit up tall on your chair, ground your feet, whether your feet are on the floor or on a pillow or a bolster. And just take a moment to let yourself settle and arrive in your body as it is in this moment. Just pausing to scan your body from your head to your toes, from your toes back up to your head. Letting yourself pay attention to you in this moment. What is so in your body? Find the movement of your breath. And notice how it feels to be breathing here and now in this moment. When we're under stress, when we have anxiety, our breath has a tendency to get a little smaller in our bodies. Begin to slow your breath. Lengthen both the inhale and the exhale. And notice how that feels. As you start to slow your breath down, notice tension in the belly, in the chest, in the rib cage. And see if you can start to very gently tease your breath into those spaces, allowing them to soften. So your breath becomes a little bigger in your body. And again, acknowledging your feet on the floor, your sitting bones on your chair. Lift the base of your skull so you feel your spine get really long and tall. And keeping your breath slow and steady in your body. Take your awareness to your face and start to very slowly circle the tip of the nose. Letting the pace of your movement match the pace of your breath. Keeping the face pointed forward like you're drawing on a chalkboard in front of you with the tip of your nose. And as you make 4 more slow circles in this direction, notice how it feels to be in movement. Creaks and cracks, little sticking points. Again, just developing a relationship with what is so in your body in this moment. Pause at center, sit up tall if you started to slump forward, and begin the circles in the opposite direction, slow and steady. Small at first, and as the muscles and joints of the neck begin to warm, maybe letting the circles get a little bit bigger. Trying to stay within your comfortable range of motion. 3 more times in this direction. Pause at center, come back to neutral, let your arms hang heavy, and start to circle the shoulders gently and slowly. Warming the muscles, bringing lubrication into the joints. Not too much effort. 3 more. And pause and go the other way. Breath and movement working together. 3 more circles. And pause, sit up tall. Drop your hands down alongside your chair. And as you breathe in, float your fingertips out to the side. And on an exhale breath, stretch the fingertips actively away from each other, keeping your breastbone lifted. And very gently draw the fingers towards your forearms, press the heels of the hands away. Still breathing. On your next exhale, drop your fingers to the floor, pressing the wrists away. And float the fingers back to neutral. Start to make some slow figure eights with your hands. And then pause and go the other way. Good. Release your hands. Take a long, slow breath in. Reach your arms out and up. Ground your feet. Keep the base of the skull lifted, take a big breath. As you breathe out, turn to look to the left. Come back to center as you breathe in. And as you exhale, turn to look right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Come back to neutral, reach the arms up. As you exhale, float your hands down onto the tops of the knees. Keep your feet on the floor, keep the breastbone lifted. As you breathe in, lift the chin away from the collarbone, slowly and gently. As you exhale, gently drop the chin forward. Try not to tuck the chin hard. This time, as you breathe in, lift the breastbone and the chin. And as you exhale, drop the head forward, hold your knees and start to round your spine towards the back of your chair. Inhale, slow lift, feeling the spine start to move. Exhale, round. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale, slowly round, stretch back. And bring your body back to neutral. Shrug the shoulders down, sit up super tall. Reach down, grab your strap, and take the strap a little wider than your shoulders. Keeping your feet on the floor or your props, reach your arms up. Notice your hesitation point, pause there. And on an exhale breath, start to pull your hands away from each other, putting tension into the strap. 2 more breaths. Bring the strap down to chest height, same thing, pull the ends of the strap away from each other. So really starting to feel the outer edges of your rib cage engage. 2 more breaths. As you exhale next, release the strap, set it off to the side, come up onto your feet. Move the bolster out of the way or your pillows. Take your feet about hips distance apart. Bring your hands onto your hips. And keeping the head as a fixed point, keeping the feet firm, start to slowly circle your hips. Looks easy, but it's actually a little more difficult than it looks. 2 more this way. Pause and reverse it. Still coordinating movement with breath. Two more this way. Pause. Drop your arms alongside your body. Make sure you can reach out to the sides without banging your hands on the wall or a family member. And keeping the hips stable, start to gently swing the arms from side to side. Finding your range of motion. Still breathing. Start to let the movement unwind. And bring the feet a little closer together. Bend the knees. Sink your hips back. Support with your hands here. And very gently start to circle the knees. You can let the feet get a little involved with this if your balance feels okay this morning. Nice soft knees so you don't put strain on the low back. Pause and reverse. Two more times. Pause, slowly come back up. Stand up nice and tall. Bring your left big toe onto the floor. You can use your chair for support for this. And start to circle your heel. So you're kind of coming over the tops of the feet, just waking up all the little tendons and joints. Warming the tiny little muscles of the feet. Pause and go the other way. Step that foot forward, bring the other big toe onto the floor, and start to circle. You should feel this movement come up into the hip. Reverse it. Pause, step that foot forward. You're going to take your hands back onto your thighs. Soften the knees a little bit as you breathe in. Draw the breastbone forward, reach the tailbone back. As you exhale, gently drop the head. Press into the palms and the feet and roll up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Articulating through the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Pause that. I'm going to turn sideways here so you all can see what we're doing. Take your hands onto the top of your chair. Press down, walk your feet back. You can soften the knees a lot if you feel your back start to do this. Stretch back. Take about 3 breaths. up your left foot, slowly step it back. Bend the right knee, bend the left knee, feel your tailbone drop. Let your breastbone rise. And then bring your breath into your belly. You should feel this stretch in the front of your hip flexors on that side. 2 more breaths. Slowly lengthen that leg, slide the back foot in just a little bit. Use your right foot to push your right hip back and gently tip forward. Notice when your body says to stop. It might not look the same as mine does. Try not to round your back. Take 2 more breaths. Gently bring the torso back up. Bend the right knee, step the left foot forward. Take 1 breath in and out to reset. And pick up the right foot, step it back, keeping the heel lifted. Bend the right knee, bend the left knee, sink in. Again, if your tailbone's up here, drop it towards the floor. Bring your breath into your belly. Take 2 more breaths. Start to lengthen the left leg, slide the right foot in a little closer so you can square your hips towards your chair. Drop the back heel, start to drop the torso forward. Using the left foot to push the left hip back. Nice long spine from the tailbone all the way up through the base of your skull. 2 more breaths. And on an inhale, lift. Exhale, bend that left knee, step the right foot forward, and pause. 2 breaths in and out. Put hands beside you or on the chair, pick up your left foot. Step it back, place that foot on the floor at an angle, and push the right hip back, push the left hip forward. This time, if your balance allows, reach the arms up. And take 5 breaths in Warrior One pose. Knee over the heel, never in front of the heel. One more breath. Release your hands. Take your hands behind your back, grab your wrists or your elbows, feel your thigh muscles lift. And on your exhale, tip forward just a tiny bit, squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other so the front of the chest stays open. Two more breaths. As you breathe in, rise up. Release the arms, step the left foot forward, pause. Pick up the right foot. Step it back, turn it onto your mat at an angle. Hands on the chair or arms reaching. Tailbone low, belly lifting. Warrior One, 3 more breaths. Doesn't feel good to breathe. Release your arms. Catch your hands behind your back. Lengthen the left leg now. Tip forward just a tiny bit, squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other. It's too much for your hamstrings. You can always soften the knee just a little bit in any of these postures. One more breath. And very slowly lift your body up. Release your arms, step your right foot forward to meet your left. Turn sideways now. Take the left foot onto the floor, parallel or slightly turned in. Turn the right toes forward, reach your arms out. As you exhale, start to bend your knee. Watch your knee as it moves. Try to keep it over the heel or behind the heel, never in front. Reach your arms out. Shift your gaze over your fingertips. Warrior two pose. Breathe 2 more breaths. You can take it a little deeper if the body allows. Good, lengthen that leg. You can use the chair for support again. As you breathe out, turn your toes to face the opposite direction. This time bend the left knee. Shift your gaze over your left fingers. Find your breath. Two more beautiful breaths. Lengthen that leg, breathe in. As you breathe out, gently turn the feet in the other direction. Take your left hand onto your hip, reach your right fingers as far forward as you can. Notice how the bottom side of the rib cage is just as long as the top side. You can bring your hand onto that chair, on the top, on the side, or bring your hand down to your thigh or your shin, triangle pose. You're going to feel a lot of tension on the inner thigh muscles here. Just know that that's normal as you start this posture. If you feel good there, reach that arm up, adding a little more. Press down into your feet, slowly lift up. You can soften that knee. Lengthen the right leg, turn your toes. Right hand on the hip to start, just kind of testing the water. Reach in, you can stay right here. You can bring your hand onto your thigh, you can move your chair. Hand wherever it's comfortable. And again, if it's available in your body this morning, just reach that arm up. 3 more breaths. One more breath. And very slowly lift your body up. Turn your toes. One more round. As you exhale, bend that knee. Hand to the thigh, forearm to the thigh. Slowly reach that left arm up. Again, hips always an option for that hand. And breathe. Side angle pose. You can take your hand and stretch your fingers away from your heel. 2 more breaths. Very slowly rise up. Lengthen the right leg, turn your toes to face the opposite direction. Bend that knee. Make sure it's over your heel, not in front of it. Bring your hand or your forearm to your thigh, right hand to the hip or reaching. And maybe extending your fingers away from your back heel. Two more breaths. As you breathe in, lengthen, lift, lengthen both legs, release your arms. I want you to turn towards your chair, take your feet wide. You can turn the seat of your chair to face you if that's a possibility. Bring your hands down onto your chair. Take the right hand, press it down, bring the left hand onto your sacrum, turn to look to the left. You can bring this down onto a block if you'd like a little more challenge. You can bring your forearm to your chair here as well. Take 2 more breaths. Look down, rotate the shoulders down, bring the left hand onto the chair now, reach out. Maybe that's plenty. Maybe bringing the hand down if your body wants more. Right hand on the sacrum now, turning to look right. And breathing. Two more breaths. Look down, rotate down, soften the knees, and slowly roll back up. Good. Bring your chair back onto your mat if you've moved it. And come back down onto your seat. Bring that bolster or the pillow in front of you now. You're going to need a little extra support here. Now that strap again. Take it around the bottom of your right foot. Sit up tall. Both straps are coming into the right hand now. You can bring your hand onto the side of your chair or onto your thigh. Sit up super tall. Turn your breastbone so it's facing your toes. And on an exhale breath, gently, gently pull your chest towards your toes. You're not going to let the back round to get closer, but keep that nice long spine. You're creating strength every time you bring your spine into full length. 2 more breaths. Press down with the grounded foot, lift. Keep that leg where it is. Switch your straps into your right hand now. Again, hand on the thigh or the chair, sit up tall. This time, chest comes straight down the midline of the body. Long spine, not rounding. Keep your breath deep and steady. 2 more breaths. Rise up as you breathe in. This time, take a strap into each hand. Keep the straps tight. Keep the left foot on the floor. Pick that right foot up. Draw your breastbone towards your toes, your elbows towards your ribs. And take 3 more breaths. Slow and steady. And as you exhale, bring that leg down. And release the strap. And switch sides. Strap around the left foot now. Both straps in the right hand, hand down. Lengthening and lifting as you breathe in. Exhaling, turning your chest to face your toes and extending forward. Slow, steady breath. If you can't breathe here or if your spine starts to collapse, back off just a little bit until you find your comfort zone. 2 more breaths. And press into your foot and slowly lift. As you exhale, come back to center. Both straps in the left hand now, sitting up tall. Again, hand wherever's most comfortable for you. Lift the breastbone, keep the legs engaged, and as you exhale, bring the breastbone straight down the midline of the body. You'll feel the stretch in a little different place in that left leg. Three more breaths. As you breathe in, slowly come up. Release the straps, one strap in each hand now, lengthening your arms, lengthening the straps so they're nice and tight. Take a big breath. Start to pick that foot up just a little bit, maybe a little bit more. Keep your breastbone lifted. Long spine. Two more breaths. And as you exhale, bend that knee, bring that foot to the floor. Set the straps off to the side, both hands on the knees now, sitting up tall and just pausing. You take your right hand onto the right knee, reach the left arm forward. Keep that hand active as you breathe in. Start to open up, reach the left arm back. Turn to look to the side. Can stay right here, breathing. Try not to round again. One more breath. Look forward. Sweep that arm forward. Bring your hand onto your left knee now. Reach forward with the right arm. Breathe in. As you exhale, press with that left hand. Start to hinge open. Notice where your body hesitates. Honor that. You can turn to look at the wall beside you. You can slowly shift your gaze back towards your fingertips. Two more breaths. Reach that arm forward, bring both hands back onto your knees, sit up tall. Find both sitting bones equal on your chair. Give a little pull with the hands, bring the belly forward, lift the breastbone, lift your chin. And as you exhale, release the head slowly forward and round your spine back. And do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Slowly come back up. Release your arms, take a big breath in, reach your arms up. If it's comfortable, you can interlace your fingers and gently turn the palms away from the body, or you can keep the hands separate. 3 big breaths. Inviting the breath into all 3 dimensions of the rib cage. Feeling the belly move with your breath. And as you exhale, bring your hands down, give your shoulders a couple rolls to release your practice. And sit up nice and tall. Take your right thumb to your right nostril, close it off, and exhale left. Inhale left. Close that nostril with your right ring finger and exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Release your hands down to your knees. Take 3 stabilizing breaths in and out. Release your hands. Take a big breath. Reach up. As you exhale, bring your hands to your heart. It's been my honor to share this practice with you all today. Can't wait to see you back on your mats in this beautiful space as we share energy. Be happy, be safe, be well.